नमस्कार, वेलकम टू जीना इसी का नाम है। दूध की नदियों के बारे में बचपन में हमने सुना था, पढ़ा था, लेकिन एक ऐसे इंसान जिन्होंने दूध की नदियों को हकीकत में बदल दिया, वो आज हमारे ख़ास मेहमान हैं। यही है इबादत, यही दिनों ईमा, ये काम आए दुनिया में इंसान के इंसान। डॉक्टर कुरियन। Welcome, sir, to Jeena Isi ka naam hai. It's a privilege that you're here. And how do I address you? The Amul man or the milk man or the... You've got so many names.
Yes. I'm a film producer also.
Yes, sir, Manthan. Dr. Kiran, we've been hearing so many good things about you in your life, and I believe there's a lady behind you who's been all the time your inspiration. Let us invite her first.
Please.
Mrs. Kurien.
Where is she sit?
Yes, please. We have a few clips of your life, which we call golden moments. I'd like to play that. Please, have a look. Before I talk to you, ma'am, I'd like to play a message which is there for you. Yeah.
I've never said this to you before, but I've been really proud being a part of you and stayed here all these years, even though the beginning years have been very difficult. But I've seen what you have done for the poor farmers and the work that you do for the downtrodden. Otherwise, I would have run away long ago, but I've stuck on here, and I hope you will continue to do whatever you've been doing.
like to say something about the beginning days when you had a small room and your guests used to
No,
come in the morning at 4:30 and there was a train
Yeah.
11 p.m. back and the whole day you had to work.
Those were the beginning years. Well, there were no guest houses. So everybody who came to Anand stayed with us. So it was a continuous process from morning till night. Feeding them, cleaning the room, getting the room ready for the next guest. That was life.
I believe you had maximum salary of 5,000.
Yes, the maximum salary I've ever drawn. And that seems such a long time ago. Was 5,000 rupees, probably in 19.
And how did she make the ends meet like that with just a little salary?
I have a house to stay in, a car. 5,000 rupees was adequate to meet both ends meet. I was never destined to become a rich man. So, and neither was that a goal in life.
And do you agree with what he says?
Well, his salary was 350.
Huh.
And he was living in a garage and sleeping outside in the open.
Every morning the dogs used to come and take away my slippers, and it was
That
a
was
serious
a
problem.
wake-up
to
call
me.
for you.
Wake-up call is, where are my slippers?
We have a picture of yours, of your wedding snap. Would like to show it. वेलकम बैक। दूध की नदियाँ बहाने वाले डॉक्टर कुरियन से हमारी बातें हो रही हैं। डॉक्टर साहब, एक छोटी सी लड़की है, वो कहती है कि होटल्स में 5 स्टार्स में शी वुड गेट लॉस्ट एंड आप उसे बहुत ढूंढते थे तो आपको वो बार में मिलती थी। यू वुड फाइंड हर इन अ बार। कैन यू गेस हु शी वाज?
Daughter?
निर्मला जी, आइए। आपसे एक सवाल पूछूंगा, प्लीज यू कैन स्टैंड। यू वर टेलिंग मी दैट यू शुड ट्रबल हिम अ लॉट। बहुत सताती थी आप इन्हें। आई मीन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ट्रबल यू यूज्ड टू गिव हर?
Oh, I never used to listen to him. I'm as stubborn as he is.
ये स्टबन है डैडी,
Absolutely.
बट पॉजिटिव है ना। मैं थोड़ा दूर हट रहा हूँ।
And my poor mother has to deal with both of us.
Both of you, huh?
Because we are both very headstrong.
What does she say?
She got it all from on her mother's side.
This I don't know. She says that both of us are stubborn. ये भी और ये. And what do you say?
Well,
and he said that you were the person.
If I was stubborn, then how did she say that he was stubborn?
And at least the stubborn quality जो आपके father की है, that has really worked out well in a very positive way.
Absolutely. Without his stubbornness, I suppose he would have given up his dream for India to become the top milk producer in the world.
You're very proud of him, aren't you?
Absolutely.
आप fan हैं इनकी?
Absolutely.
What do you have to say about him as a father?
Well, as a father, I think he was the best.
जी.
He loved me unconditionally, and even today, if I'm in trouble, I know he'll always be there for me. And I suppose that's the only thing a child needs. And between my mother and my father, I've got the best of everything.
Why do people say कि हमको बहुत डर लगता है इनसे?
Because he's not able to compromise on anything. His ethics or his way of working, or his way of working, systems, everything. It has to be done to perfection.
And which is the quality you admire the most
Me?
in him? In that?
As I've always said, Nelson Mandela once said that a man with a very good heart and a very good head is a combination that you cannot challenge. My father has the best of both.
Well, very well said. Very nice. Very well said. Would you like to see a picture of the family, sir? इससे पहले हम आगे बढ़ें, आपके नेव्यू की एक मैसेज है हमारे पास, सुनते हैं क्या कहना चाहते हैं वो।
It's great to see you on this show. This is to remind you of the happy days and the old days when you used to come and meet my grandmother and give us chocolates. And I remember you telling us that these were Amul chocolates, and only at a later stage we realized that these were not Amul chocolates but they were imported chocolates. I also would like to say that it's been great working with you even till today. I cherish the values that you've inculcated in us, and your great sense of humor is something that motivates us and inspires us.
What was this about Amul chocolates and imported ones?
I don't know. Of course, Amul chocolates were much better.
अच्छा, आपसे एक बात पूछना था, and tell me one thing, what is the difference between a couple you see every day here and there and a great man like your father and mother? What do you find the difference between your parents and...
Well, what I cherish most in my house is that my father is the man of the house, but my mother is the axis and we all orbit around, and she keeps the house cozy and warm for us.
That's nice. What is that in your hand?
These are my father's medals, which he hasn't seen from 1942.
Can you just show this to your father and explain?
What are these? I don't know what they are.
She'll read it for you. आप पढ़ के सुनाइए ना.
Good Lord. This is for tennis.
Yes.
Badminton.
Yes.
Where is the one on boxing?
वेलकम बैक। डॉक्टर कुरियन से बातें हो रही हैं और अब आपकी एक कॉलेज की तस्वीर है हमारे पास, पहले वो देखते हैं। कॉलेज की याद ताज़ा हो रही है। After this Michigan and Chennai and this, you went to Anand, and that's the real story of yours that you started. And
Yes.
Hello, Dr. Kurien. You're one of the few people I admire enormously in free India, largely because I think what you've done with milk is an absolute miracle. From, I don't know how much milk we were producing about 50 years ago, but today we are the country that produces the largest amount of milk, and it's all because of you. It's a fantastic thing to see you being feted now at the end of your long and very illustrious career. All strength to you, Dr. Kurien.
ये जो मंथन आपने फिल्म बनाई थी, उसके बारे में कुछ तो पूछना चाहूँगा। ये फिल्म क्यों बनाई आपने मतलब?
We made this film
जी
to explain how Amul was created. Every incident in this film is true. And Shyam Benegal, who was the director of the film, there was another gentleman there behind the film called Govind Nehalani,
the cameraman.
cameraman. He was a cameraman. And between them, as you can see, they made an excellent film. We won the award for the best feature film of that year, Hindi feature film of that year, from the Rashtrapati.
You also wanted to be one of those big business magnates once upon a time. But what was that which made you love this and so madly?
We decided that we shall take on the world. We shall create a cooperative that will be the finest in the world, that will manufacture milk powder for the first time from buffalo milk in the world. Many people said it cannot be done. In fact, I still remember making Mr. Moraji Desai invite Jawaharlal Nehru to come and inaugurate our plant. And Moraji Bhai did it, and Panditji agreed to come. It was then that Moraji Bhai had some worries. Here is the opinion of the Director of Dairy Research of New Zealand. Here is Professor K of England's report. I was building a powder plant for the first time in India, milk powder plant. So they wrote all these letters, trying to dissuade me. Then it is that Moraji Bhai came one day suddenly to my house, about a week or 10 days before the opening date by Jawaharlal Nehru. He said, I am told this plant will not be ready. I said, it will be ready, sir. Show me the plant. So I took him to the plant, last few days, a lot of things to be done, a lot of mess. He said, it will all get cleaned up and powder will be made. Then Moraji Bhai said, where is this powder to be seen when it is made? I told him it is to come in this plastic tube. And he looked at me and he said, suppose, just suppose, Dr. Kurien, you are wrong.
Then?
Supposing the rest of them are right. Supposing milk powder does not come. What will you do? We have gone and called the Prime Minister. I said, sir, milk powder has to come here. It will come here if I put it from the top. He stared at me. I said, there are 4 bags of milk powder, imported milk powder up there. If I fail, I'll put that powder down.
To do in such a short time, you needed a lot of discipline. And in that discipline, I believe you even used to fire a person who would come 5 minutes earlier to you.
Yeah, punctuality.
And can you guess who this person is? Because we have a person, just see his video message.
Dr. Kurien, I always tell you my godfather. How are you? Since I have joined you, it has been an inspiration for my life, dedication for the poor farmers. Give our life to the poor farmers, and true development is the development of our poor milk producers, for which both of us have worked together. And you know how to inspire the person, how to make a dedication. I have been dedicated, I have inspired, and whatever I have done today is because of you. And today, when people have gone against you, those who were loyal, and being a loyal man, I would not like even to lose my life, but my loyalty will remain, not as an opportunity. And we can never think of anybody using opportunity for loyalty. A loyal should remain loyal throughout his life, and I will remain loyal to you till I die. Whenever you need me, sir, I am with you. My life is for you. That attachment will never go from my mind, my heart, my love for you.
He's a true disciple of yours.
Yes.
He said in one line, whenever you need me, sir, you call me and I'll be there. Shall we call him now?
Yes.
आइए किस्सा मैं सुना रहा था अभी डॉक्टर साहब को, वो क्या था?
साहब ने बोला 9 बजे आना, तो 9 बजे के 5 मिनट पहले पहुंच गया, मेरा साहब खुश होगा। तो जब मैं लॉक किया, दरवाजा खोला, व्हाट टाइम आई हैव कॉल्ड यू, व्हाट इज द टाइम इन योर वॉच? मैं साहब 5 बजने में 5 मिनट बाकी है 9 बजने में। आई हैव कॉल्ड यू एट 9 o'clock, सिट आउटसाइड। तो मेरे को उनके घर के पास बिठा दिया और दरवाजा बंद करके अंदर। मैं ऑल द टाइम सोचता सारा एक गुलामी है, ये ब्रेवरी, ये तो अपने को आज़ादी नहीं मिली है। आफ्टर 5 मिनट के बाद में दरवाजा खोलते हैं, कम डॉक्टर चौथानी, सॉरी मोरू, डॉक्टर चौथानी विल हैव ब्रेकफास्ट। So when I come to your house, anytime, so you're going 7:30, even if I come 2 minutes early, I press the bell at 7:30. The time is very important for me.
अच्छा डॉक्टर साहब, ये जब आप स्कूल में थे या कॉलेज में थे, जब एक्सकर्शन के लिए गए थे इनका प्लांट देखने, तो क्या ऐसी क्या बात लगी इनके लेक्चर में जो आप उस दिन से लेके आज तक इनके फ़ैन हो गए, डिसाइपल हो गए?
हिंदी में बोलता हूँ कि तुम लोग नेक्स्ट ईयर वेटरनरी बनने वाले हो, और तुम वेटरनरी बन के किसानों के जो भैंसे हैं, गाय हैं, उनके लिए तो बनने वाले हो। तुम्हारे में से कितने लोग किसानों के नौकर बन के काम कर सकते हैं? तुम लोग सब जाके गवर्नमेंट के गेजेटेड ऑफिसर बनोगे।
जो ये कैटल फीड हर सेरेमनी के दिन जाके खुद खाते थे कैटल फीड, और लोग किसानों को जगाते थे कि इससे कुछ नहीं होगा तुम्हारी कैटल को।
See, he is in good health.
वेलकम बैक। डॉक्टर कुरियन से बातें हो रही हैं, लोग इन्हें मिल्क मैन ऑफ आनंद कहते हैं, इनसे एक सवाल पूछते हैं। डॉक्टर साहब, अक्सर whenever you wanted your truth to be known to a friend of yours, used to call him, he is with us, he says जब भी डॉक्टर साहब को कुछ ट्रूथ बोलना होता था तो मुझे ज़रूर फ़ोन करते थे या बुला लेते थे। is one of your very close, can you guess who he is?
No.
आइए।
That's right.
Hello.
Proud to be here.
Welcome. Mr. Pereira, आपने कहा था whenever the truth.
Sure.
What is that?
But before that, may I say something? When I was a little boy, I used to be, like most of us Indians, very fond of milk. But at that time, we'd get only this much milk per family. Milk was available on the ration card. And for those of you, and most of you in the audience, will not realize that we could get, for each cup of tea, maximum 1 teaspoon of milk, no more, because milk was in short supply. And it's thanks to this gentleman that we have not only enough milk for all of us, but we're the world's largest producers of milk in the world. And for this one man's untiring work.
अभी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग किस्सा सुना रहे थे मुझे अबाउट द मीटिंग, एक जलसे में एक
Oh, yes.
Pillows
Sabarkata. Dr. Chotani would also remember that. I think it was the Silver Jubilee celebrations of the Sabarkata District Milk Cooperative Union. And as in all places, little small places, a lot of politics. So one leader was there, and as soon as he started speaking, the followers of the other leader started booing him. He refused to stop speaking, so they started throwing pillows and chappals, and then finally became very violent. And everybody ran away from the stage. I'm not sure whether Dr. Chotani also ran away, but no, I think he was there.
आप थे या भाग गए थे आप?
मैं मिसेस को escort करके गया था।
Then finally, there was one person who stayed on stage, and that was Dr. Kurien. He went there and started addressing the people. And suddenly, from all that noise and the violence, there was pin drop silence. And then he started speaking, and somebody was translating for him. And then suddenly, the translator made a mistake. And Dr. Kurien, if he hadn't joined Anand, he might have been a good comedian. He has a tremendous sense of comedy. So he looked at that person and said, and the audience burst into laughter. They knew that the translator, not Dr. Chotani, had made a mistake. And they said, in Gujarati, of course, But he is not supposed to know Gujarati. How did he understand? And that was the, he endeared himself to the farmers.
When you make a film on a personality, you go quite deep into it.
That's right.
तो आपने ने क्या पहचाना, मतलब क्या देखा इनमें? Say something about from your point of view.
From my perspective. Well,
Yeah.
this is why I have virtually followed him, although in and out from time to time. I think he represents the true spirit of India. The product you saw, the commercial, Amul represents the taste of India, but I think Dr. Kurien, after Gandhiji and Sardar Patel, represents the true spirit of India.
एक आपके और कलीग हैं जो ग्रीन रूम में उन्हें बुलाते, आइए किस
Oh.
यहाँ आ जाइए, प्लीज स्टैंड। डॉक्टर माधवन, ये आप इनके घर आपम खाने जाते थे, फेवरेट? Say something about.
Well, though Dr. Kurien claims that he is a Gujarati,
हाँ,
his love for Kerala food is really craving.
हाँ,
He used to come home and enjoy
हाँ,
appam made by my wife,
अच्छा।
leaving 5-star comforts.
So, and tell us about that incident of yours. You were telling about the Gopi Chattapalayam.
Yes.
That's very emotional.
As you know, under the Operation Flood program, under phase 1, 10 states were covered and 10 Anands were to be replicated. One such Anand
Ji.
was to be created in Tamil Nadu, and I was sent to that state to a place called Erode. So when I requested the chairman, Dr. Kurien, to visit that place, he said he will do that provided I took him to the school at a place called Gopi Chattapalayam, where he studied 50 years ago.
That's great. वेलकम बैक। डॉक्टर कुरियन से बातें हो रही हैं जिन्होंने गरीब गांव को भी स्वर्ग बनाया दूध के ज़रिए। कुछ वही गांव वाले कुछ आपसे कहना चाहते हैं, देखते हैं।
कुरियन साहब, हमने हमारी समिति में कुछ प्रश्न हुआ था। उस समय समिति को लेके हम आपके ऑफिस में एनडीडी में आए थे। उस समय आपका आदमी बाहर खड़ा था, उसने बोला कि आप कुरियन साहब को मिलने में अच्छा नहीं है, वो उसकी अपॉइंटमेंट लेनी पड़ेगी, बाद में आप मिल सकता है। तो हमारा सब खेडूत भाइयों बाहर खड़ा रहा था। उसका आवाज़ सुन के कुरियन साहब बाहर निकल गया और उसने बोला कि हमारे खेडूत भाइयों ने मेरी मुलाकात के लिए कुछ ज़रूरत नहीं है, उसको अपॉइंटमेंट लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, उसको दरवाज़ा खोल के अंदर खेडूत भाइयों आ जाता है। तो सब खेडूत भाइयों ने लगा तो ये नेता इतना अच्छा है, तो ऐसा ही नेता चाहिए अपने दूध मंडी के लिए।
नमस्कार कुरियन साहब, मेरे पिताजी आपके बारे में कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं, लेकिन दांत की ट्रबल से लिए बोल नहीं सकते, इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ। आप जब पहली बार फेडरेशन में मिले तो आप ग्रेनाइट को छू रहे थे, तो उसने पूछा साहब ये क्यों कर रहे हैं, तो आपने बोला कि मेरे हर किसान के यहाँ ग्रेनाइट वाला मकान होना चाहिए, इसीलिए मैं छू रहा हूँ। तो आज आपकी वजह से हमारे हर किसान के यहाँ ग्रेनाइट वाला तो नहीं, लेकिन धाबे वाला मकान हो गया है। और आपकी जो सोच है बहुत ऊंची है, इसीलिए हम भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हैं कि आपकी लंबी उम्र हो।
बहुत दुआएं दे रहे हैं सब गांव वाले आपको। एक साहब हैं, वो कह रहे थे आपके बारे में सर कि आपने फ़ोन पे उन्हें बुलाया कैबिन से, तो वो ट्रंक कॉल पे थे और कुछ 1 मिनट शायद लेट हो गए, तो आप उसके कैबिन में यू जस्ट एंटर्ड, फायर्ड हिम। He said, sir, I was on international call. He said, when I call you, you should jump. Just don't walk or think. Who was that? आपके साथ काफ़ी साल से हैं, मैक्सिमम ईयर्स, 12 साल हो गए हैं। सबसे वो कहते हैं कि मैं सबसे ज़्यादा। यस सर। जोसेफ, प्लीज कम इन। वेलकम टू जीना इसी का नाम है। वो आप क्या कह रहे थे अबाउट वो 1 मिनट का लेट हो गया था, मैं ट्रंक कॉल पे था।
See, he expects things to be done yesterday, not today.
He wants things to be done yesterday.
Everything should be done on time. That means 1 minute is quite a time for him. But I was on an STD call, and I thought, what is this? I was not wasting my time. But then I realized the importance of time, that I should be there.
So is he only a strict boss, or he also gives you?
Very strict boss. Obviously, he could not have achieved what he achieved for the dairy producers without strictness and discipline. So it's part of his.
But he didn't even interview you, I believe.
Yeah, that was surprising because for such an office, one would assume that the boss would like to see who is the PS that is going to work. I was asked by the managing director, from now onwards you will be working with Dr. Kurien. I said, please don't. I don't want to.
But you wanted to run away that time, I believe.
No, I said,
you
please.
You didn't want to work with him.
No, that initially it was very tough.
क्यों डर? आप इतना क्यों घबराए थे?
You ask anyone in Anand how Dr. Kurien was, then they would tell you. So it was not a easy thing that I could comprehend that I will be working for him. I said it's stressful, very difficult.
Sir, why do these people feel about you that way and still work with you?
Well, they must be finding some rewards.
Find some rewards.
Which is not money. But to be a part of this experiment, which is very important for India, this rural development, to be a part of it in some way, must be the reward they get.
There is another person who has been working for you. He would like to say something to you. Betty.
सलाम साहब, आप मुझे एक बार मौका ऐसा दीजिए कि मैं आपके साथ 13 साल से मैं सर्विस करता हूं और आपकी सेवा करता हूं। इसके लिए मेरे को गर्व होता है और मैं कहीं भी आपके साथ विलेज में, फंक्शन में, किधर भी जाता हूं, मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बहुत गर्व लगता है, क्योंकि सब लोग आपका सम्मान करते हैं। इसीलिए मेरे को खुशी हो जाता है और खुशी से मुझे बहुत आनंद होता है। इसलिए आप मेरे को रिटायर होने के बाद भी आप मुझे इतना मौका दीजिए कि मैं आपकी और मैडम की सेवा करूं, मुझे बहुत इसीलिए खुशी होगी।
वेलकम बैक। डॉक्टर कुरियन से बातें हो रही हैं, द अमुल मैन से बातें हो रही हैं। इससे पहले आपसे अगला सवाल पूछूं, एक मैसेज है आपके लिए।
You are infectious. Next Irma, not in a dry state.
Our state Irma is now coming to an end. And now we realize that the greatness of Irma lies not only in its beautiful campus alone, but in giving us a world vision system which believes that wiping a tears may sometimes be more valuable than earning millions of rupees. Sir, our whole batch has decided not to work where we will be rewarded most, but where we are needed most.
इसके बारे में आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा, आपने कैसे सेटअप किया इससे, ये भी आपकी ड्रीम थी? जी आपसे।
Yeah, because to create Amuls, to create healthy cooperatives, you need to find managers to work in cooperatives. Unfortunately, it was not considered, and it is still not considered, prestigious to work as a manager of a cooperative. Even if you are a chief executive of a cooperative, you are not respected as much as an assistant manager of a branch office of a multinational company, say Nestle.
That's great. Let's see a clipping of yours and a small message.
सर, आज मुझे कुछ कहने का मौका मिला है, तो मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि आपको कभी मैं पर्सनली मिला नहीं, लेकिन आपकी स्पीचेस सुनी है। आपका स्पीचेस का एक वर्ड अपीलिंग वर्ड है, और जिसको जो आप मैसेज कन्वे करना चाहते हैं वो इनडायरेक्टली कन्वे हो जाता है। आप एक मल्टी डायमेंशनल पर्सनालिटी है। आपके लोहे की एक एक बूंद गरीब पीड़ितों के लिए ही घूम रही है। हमारा आपका वादा है कि हर सिचुएशन में हम आपके साथ रहेंगे।
Who is he?
Sir, before we end this program, आपके हज़ारों करोड़ों लाखों फैंस हैं पूरी वर्ल्ड में, लेकिन एक पर्सन के, एक बच्चे के आप भी फ़ैन हैं, जिसने आपको बाथरूम में बंद कर दिया था, and you were shouting. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, my son, my grandson.
आइए सिद्धार्थ, आइए। Welcome Siddharth, welcome. How do you feel reading your father's portion in your book, in his school text?
We haven't yet reached there, but I would love to read it, and I'm waiting for my biology teacher to read, to get to that chapter.
How people must be saying, those boys, your seniors who've read it, and they come and tell you, we read about your grandfather's chapter.
Yeah, a few of them come and tell me like, your grandfather's in our textbook, your grandfather's in our textbook. So then I just go like, yeah, hopefully we should get to it by the ending of this term. Hopefully.
Tell me one thing, when you see your grandfather and his dedication, the way he's worked and his 100% motivation, not even 99.9, what I could see, what would you like to be? I believe you once asked your Dada that I want to be a watchman?
I was inspired by all the watchmen who used to protect my grandfather and who used to be there. And I used to be very good friends with them. So, you know, I was inspired by them. So I come running in and I tell my grandfather that I want to be one of them. So
what did he say then?
He just looked at me and said, you want to be a watchman? Be a watchman, but be the best at it.
तो जो कुछ भी करना है, बेस्ट करना है. That's what.
Yeah.
And he told you that he is the best milkman in the world. So you have to be the best in whatever you are. Let's ask you this point. What happened to him? Why did you close the bathroom door?
I don't know.
दादा को लॉक क्यों कर दिया था? नाना को, you call him दादा ना?
Yeah, I call him Dada.
तो क्या कुछ इन्होंने मारा वारा था, डांटा था कि ऐसे ही डर के मस्ती?
No, when I was a very small boy, I used to be very fond of coming to my grandparents' place. I'm still fond of. I would love to stay there. And you know, it was time for me to go back to my mother's. So I never wanted to go back. I wanted to stay. So for preventing my grandfather to take me or my grandmother to take me, I just locked them.
Dr. Kurien, आप कुछ चाहते हैं कि ये बने? Do you have any ambitions for him or you?
He must make his own way.
Like you made?
Yeah, he must make his own plans.
Now what do you say? What do you want to be? No, watchman तो बात चली गई. अभी क्या इरादा है आपका?
Well, watchman is still at the back of my mind. I don't know. I haven't yet decided. Preferably a marine biologist because I'm very fond of the water.
Sir, before we wrap, we'd like to cut a cake for you in your honor. And it was a wonderful meeting. Actually, we are honored that such a great man is with us here. Let's give him a big hand and thank you very much. मजबूत हो इरादे तो हिम्मत देता है खुदा, औरों के लिए सोचे जो है वही सच्चा इंसान। लाखों लोगों के बारे में एक ख्वाब देखा था डॉक्टर कुरियन ने और उसे बड़ी खूबसूरती से पूरा किया। ऐसे लोग प्रेरणा देते हैं सबको कदम कदम पर और सिखाते हैं कि जीना इसी का नाम है। मिलते हैं आप अगले हफ्ते इसी समय इसी प्रोग्राम में। नमस्कार, गुड नाइट, खुदा हाफिज़।